Hello, hi, it is me, it is I, Small Tanjiri Yochai on the internet, and I am back. Thank you all so much for coming back to my channel. Mitlali tweeted something, but you know Mitlali can't like even let out a sigh without it trending. Like, people are just looking to find a problem with anything the young lady says because they're just so mad over this Leroy thing that I do not give a shit about. I don't care. This young woman tweeted about how life is so hard, but at least you don't got no kids. And when I tell you, which is funny because when she tweeted this, I'd been having conversations in my personal life about, I wouldn't say the large number of women, but like the content that I've been fed online lately about women who are, you know, deciding to remain child-free, or people, but it's generally mostly women because we know that the bulk of parenting, child rearing generally falls on women, so men don't really care. They can just go deposit like their sperm everywhere and then go about their business like they don't have these kids out here. So it's an us conversation. I really don't rate men. I don't take them seriously. They don't take themselves seriously, so I don't have to take them seriously. It's a whole thing. But she tweeted this, and then there was like fake outrage. But you guys are not really, you guys need to find peace in your lives. You guys need to come to terms with the fact that you're not mad at Mitlali. You're mad at the fact that your baby daddy left you, right? And when you see her continuing to be happy with this man who's allegedly this other woman's husband, it gets you mad. But it's really, just let it go. Heal, let it go. And it's hard, I know, but that's not the point. Let's come back to the conversation of children. I don't have kids right now. I don't have kids. It's a choice that I made. I'm actually envious of women who know with absolute certainty that they want to remain child-free. Like, I still feel like I would love to have kids at some point later on down the road, but I'm definitely happy with the decisions I've made regarding having children up until this point. Life is fucking hard right now. It is. Mitlali, you know, looks like she's doing well financially. We don't know, right? But a lot of us are complaining about the money looking icky, the money's looking funny, life is a mess a little bit. So I can't imagine having to deal with everything that I'm dealing with. And then also provide for another little human who looks at me for answers and really everything. And you guys are liars. That's really the conversation I want to have. Children derail you. Let's have the real conversation of children, your little bundles of joy. Sometimes it's not so much joy that you experience when you are parenting. A lot of you are doing TikToks, having mental breakdowns. I don't even know why. You guys are also just liars. Let's just talk about this. You're liars. I heard parents at level 5, when schools were closed and you were forced to stay at home with your little bundle of insert whatever emotion you were experiencing here. I tell you, it's not fucking joy. Okay? When you had to really spend the entire day finishing all the snacks that you had budgeted for the month, like now all of a sudden you had to learn that your little tabang is actually a little fucking tyrant. I'm sorry. All of a sudden you had to learn that Miss Mariki, the grade 2 teacher, wasn't making up no lies about your little bundle of, and I say again, insert whatever emotion you were feeling here. It's not joy. It's not joy. So we learned from you that we don't want to have kids. At level 5, you guys told us that these kids eat all the food, they mess up your budget, you can't think, you can't sleep, you all were drinking like crazy. Okay, going out of your way to secure alcohols that were being overpriced because we couldn't buy alcohol at the time, just so you could deal with these kids that you made. So it's funny to me all of a Monday, all of a sudden, that everybody's gonna be like, children are such a blessing. I know the bees can get you fucked up, but sometimes they're a fucking burden. Yeah, And that's not to say you don't love your children. That's just to give you a moment to breathe and be human within the process of parenting. Stop acting like it's this one big joyous journey and you're just so happy and you wouldn't have it any other way. That's another fucking lie. The bulk of you don't plan these fucking pregnancies, so you would rather have it another way. You would. Okay, a lot of us aren't planned. A lot of us continue to have children that we did not plan for. Not only is it not fair to bring in children into the world that you're not mentally or otherwise prepared for, it's not fair on the child and it's not fair on you. But it's also just a lie for you to get on the internet and act like I wouldn't have it any other way. Nobody even believes you. It's like we've evolved past saying these, I don't know, politically correct, these kosher, this like sprinkling a little sugar on some shit and trying to act like it's dessert, like it's not. Like parenthood is hard. It's hard, and we look at you and we're like, oh, I don't want. This started off very nice. This started off very smooth, and it's veering off into very interesting parts. But like no, Bana Balabisa. Let's just go there since I've already done it. Let's just do it. Bana Balabisa, I don't know who you guys are trying to convince. I can tell you that I'm not sold. I'm even like, do I even want to do this? I don't think I will ever be ready to do this. I don't have the patience for children. They cry, they brag. Like I don't. Life is hard. I have nervous breakdowns about the smallest things. I can't imagine having to deal with a human, like a little human who doesn't have like the tools to regulate their emotions yet, and it's my job to help them navigate along, and all that stuff is hard. It's a lot of work. And honestly, some of you tend to think parenthood is not that hard because you're not parenting. Do we want to have that conversation? Some of you are like, oh, it's such a blessing because your parents are doing the parenting for you. Okay, the children are essentially raising themselves. You're just existing around them, and maybe that's why it seems like it's not very hard for you. Men in general get to say parenthood is not that nice because they get to opt in and out, right? They get to like be a dad for like Instagram, and then like they can like go away for the rest of the year, or live in the same house as these children but like barely parent. It's a whole mess, child. Like it's such a responsibility. It's also a privilege to be a parent. It should be met with the seriousness that it deserves, and I feel like that's not the society that we're existing in. A lot of us are really applying ourselves into what kind of parents do we want to be, right? That's why we're putting measures in place to not have these kids until we feel like we have those answers. So we're saying that life is hard. It's kicking my butt, that's for damn sure. I couldn't imagine having to raise a child like with everything that I'm going through right now. It looks so hard, and nobody, if you're having such a joyous time, you don't need to be offended about anything that I'm saying. A lot of you had to drop out of school, change your career paths, do all manner of things because children aren't really just a blessing. They can be a fucking detour. Like, I don't care how you're gonna feel about it. Like, I actually think we should just be honest. Some of us derailed our own parents. Like our parents choosing to keep us because of whatever reason, definitely not because they planned us, forever changed the direction they wanted to go in, like changed the plans that they had for themselves. Like having children is not this minor thing that we need to get on the internet and act all cute and like use nice language around. Like, oh, such a blessing. Is it? Is it when you're fucking broke? Do you feel blessed? Really? Are you being honest? When you have to call your mom to bail you out because you gotta get this uniform, it's January, you gotta get the transport, the child has a fever, this is happening, the medical aid is not paid, now you have to go stand in the line at the... Do you in that exact moment feel like you're blessed? Like your cup runneth over? I'm just so blessed. I'm so blessed. Oh my God, yes. Oh, did yeah. Liars. Oh, bye.